This is for the people, Jeff. You're gonna make a lot of people happy.
Yes. Hello, people.
So what are we doing?
We're going to do chores.
All right.
It's full for the first load.
Okay. You do that quite often. You fill the first load the previous day?
I do because I'm slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. We're over at Jeff's today doing chores. And actually tomorrow, a couple of these lots are going to get empty because we're selling cattle. So it's a good day to do this. The sun is coming up. It's about 50 degrees already early in the morning. And so we got a 7330 John Deere tractor hooked up to a farm-aid feed wagon. The feed wagon over here, it's the same brand as the one at home, but this one's a little bit bigger. Part of the reason for that is my grandpa, when he lived here, this is where my dad and Jeff grew up at. My grandpa built this really big feedlot, and so it takes a big feed wagon to hold all that feed. Got the ground hay pile. There's some silage down in there. And of course the wet corn bunker on the other side of that building. His first load of feed is to his calves, and he's actually selling these next week. So hopefully that turns out well. So we got this silage pit that's basically cut into a little bit of a hill. This silage is a year and a half old about. I remember when I was packing it, the silage came up to about here. That's how much it shrunk in the last year and a half. So the loader tractor over here is a 7130. This corn pit's also getting pretty dang empty, and since we're selling quite a few critters off this place, it'll probably end up we're gonna run out of corn at our home farm quicker, and we'll come over here with the dump truck, load it up, and bring some more corn over to our place so we can feed it to our replacement heifers. So if you remember, Dad and I every morning when we're filling the feed wagon, we got a couple buckets and we fill them out of that wagon. Jeff's got a similar feed, but it's sitting on the ground in his shed. So he fills a couple buckets, throws it in the loader.
£150 feed meal with a big load for your dad.
That's a lot more than we do for anything because we got smaller pens.
Yeah.
Pen right there is bigger than any other thing we got, so it takes quite a few scoops of that bean meal. It's protein, plus it's got rumensin, which makes cattle more efficient on feed. Jeff's got it down to a science. He's got some cinder blocks so he doesn't get his boots dirty. So this pen is gonna go tomorrow too. This is a mix of Dad's steers and my home-raised steers and heifers. Those should sell pretty. Ooh, look at that. Look at the shape of that girl. That's a fancy looking heifer. That feed wagon is a lot bigger than ours. Seems like it's dang near double. And then quite often, Jeff will have maybe some feeders in here, or maybe some cows that are getting close to calving. This is also called the weaning pen, so when stuff gets weaned, taken off the cow, they get put in here and fed for a while before they go out to a different pen. And then over out there, that's the calving pasture. That's where Jeff's and my cows are at, and they'll be starting here at the end of March. Okay, so this next one is for the big pen.
Yes, it is.
So that's a lot of feed. What's in it?
It's about 1,400 pounds of hay, roughly. 150 pounds of bean meal. There's 2,450 pounds of corn, and about 1,600 pounds of silage.
Our rations at home, about the whole thing would be about 1,600 pounds a lot of the time. And that's just one ingredient for this ration.
Right.
So it's a big pen full of big steers.
Right. Yeah, this is definitely the biggest one. The other two are just less than 2,000 pounds the other two loads. So.
If you go back about 50 years, you'd be able to see Little Brian running through these trees and climbing on that old, I don't know what that is, some sort of harvester. I should tell Dad to come back here and talk about that thing, because I have no idea what it is. If you saw last video, I had to move a calf by putting it in the gator, and then it peed on me and it went all the way down my pant leg. I just remembered I'm wearing those same exact pants. I'm still wearing my pee pants. Oh, it's all the way down my leg. Look at that. One of these things is not like the other. All the way down for a whole mile. Now that is a lot of beef. It'll be awesome watching them run into the ring, don't you say? And then Jeff's chores don't end there. If you look over here, he raises pigs, hogs, and what he does with these, grows them up, but he also calls the locker and gets dates ready, and then people will call Jeff, say, hey, I could use a whole hog to fill their freezer. A lot of the time, Jeff will bring the hog in, and then whoever bought that hog goes and picks up their meat when it's ready. I guess if you know Jeff and you want a hog, maybe you should give Jeff a call, because I know it's not beef, but pork tastes pretty good. And as I was talking about that, Jeff's just been riding into the sunset over the horizon, all the way down that 3-mile-long bunk line. It's pretty cool to see 200 steers up to the bunk eating.
So that's basically it, feeding calves around here. Feed the cows every 2 or 3 days as needed.
And then your hogs, you just fill that feeder? Yep,
I fill the feeder with feed when it gets down. I was hand bucking water all winter.
Oh.
It's a little bit nicer out this week, so I filled up
little drinker thing?
Yeah, 75, 80 gallon drum of water, and they drink out of there. And
yeah, that's a little nicer than...
Yeah, it is. Hopefully next week it don't get really cold and I forget about it and it'll freeze up. But that's basically it. And then calving will be starting, probably could be a week and a half. So
yeah, well, thanks for taking us along with you, Jeff.
You betcha.
Nice to see everybody up to the bunk. Hope that you enjoyed feeding over at Jeff's place. I'd like to see you tune in for the next video where we're loading all those up, taking them to the sale barn. It's kind of a big day, especially I would say 98% of my farm income is from sale day. One day of the year, that's how I get paid, really. We'll go into more depth tomorrow on that. Hello, back in the saddle. Don't believe we had any calves last night, but holy smokes, she just blew an O-ring. Oh! She must have had that same gas station chicken quesadilla that I had the other day. But some of these, oh! Whew. She needs to see an exorcist. Some of these girls got some pretty big bags. Quit pooping in the barn. It's more like peeing. Oh my goodness! Got some exciting stuff going on. We got the hydraulic hoses on there. A fitting just came, the one I needed. It's a T that'll go in here. And also later today showing up will be the ends, the couplers that plug into the skid loader. So this thing will be spinning, shooting in and out by the end of the day. I'm pretty excited. Move. And I thought it would be nice if I wanted to adjust. See, this adjusts the flow, and so it can change the speed of how fast that's spinning. And so it comes in here, and then this is continuous flow, goes in and then comes out. And I got a T here because the extra stuff that doesn't go through the continuous flow will come out here. Then also what's coming out of the hydraulic motor is coming through that same pipe and then going right back into the skid loader. So everything is plumbed now. If I lift this up, the hydraulic fluid runs here and spins, and when I push it down, redirects it to just the cylinders, and it spreads out and in. And then I'm hoping this is enough extra for when that slide out, it doesn't get pinched. I just ground the edge of this a little bit, hoping that has a little less wear, but it actually isn't touching it right now. I bet all of you watching right now $5 that 361 is going to calve today. If I'm wrong, that's something I will never financially recover from. A little more strength on there, and then we will eventually have a piece running from here up to the main frame. If you saw those sparks flying right into the garbage, you know, I do a lot of welding and stuff, so I recently got this fire extinguisher, high capacity, right there on the wall. Not only that, it's the world's best. Just kind of one step that I wanted to take as to not burn down everything my dad's worked for his entire life. I've been looking for those. Pretty snazzy. We're ready to rock here. I'm just hoping things move right and that all these 30 joints that I have don't leak all at once. The moment that's been anticipated and been led up to for months. Couple things. This spins the wrong way, which isn't a big deal. I just gotta switch a few of these over. The other thing is, for some reason, I can't get both these to move out and move in at the same time. I'm hoping it's just like an airlock or something. The nice thing is, I'm not seeing any leaks at all. So that's nice. Something just ain't plumbed right. The other thing is, with all those new lines that didn't have any fluid in them, we have dropped below the operating range, and I don't think we have more hydraulic fluid. We have claved. That cow looks a little intense, like camping, so we're gonna leave her be for a while. We'll get an opportunity later to get some gel in it after it's all nice and cleaned off. Hot out here. Got the 31 bulls. 68 total. We're almost to 70, wow. Seems just like yesterday's when we started cleaning.
Yeah, I know. It's been pretty pain-free. It's been so much fun.
So Dad and I switched a couple fittings around, and now when it spins the right way, so that's working. The only other problem is I plumbed the hydraulic cylinders wrong. I did it in such a fashion I thought they both move out at the same time and move in at the same time. It just doesn't work like that. So I gotta get a couple T's and tee some stuff in but it'll get working here soon. Oh, he kicked you good. It says it's a sleet snow emoji for Tuesday, but the high is 52 and 48.
I see fuzzy rain.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. That's how Jeff does feeding. It's pretty much what we do here, except it's over there.
And there's less of them,
Less people, yeah. Got a little bit more work on the wire winder to go, but it should be functional here in the next couple weeks. That gives me plenty of time to not do it and procrastinate.
You're lucky that you've got a hydraulic technician to help you with that.
Yeah, Dad went to school for that. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time.
I forgot most of it.
Have a good one. I told you guys, 361. She done it.